Hello everybody, and welcome to our second Farming and Friends YouTube video. Now, I haven't been playing at all since the last video, so I think it is about time to get back to work on our farm, and I reckon we can begin our day with just harvesting our corn that we planted just at the end of last video if I remember correctly. So I'm just going to harvest all of this corn and I will get right back to you guys. Okay, so as you can see, all of our corn has now been harvested. So now that's done, what we're going to do is we're just going to pop it into our trailer, just like this. There we go. That's 100 out of 100 corn. Okay, now we're just going to have a look at the corn prices just to see if it's worth selling now. Okay, what is it then? It's 10. Okay, well, I think we'll hold off for now. And what I'm going to do, just whilst we wait for the price to change maybe, although I'm not going to guarantee that it will change because it might not anytime soon, but just in case it does, I'm just going to plough my field and cultivate my field and get it ready for the next lot of corn. And yeah, I'll be right back with you when that is done. Okay, as you can see, my farm has been ploughed now. Now we're going to go get our cultivator, and whilst I was doing that, I was just thinking about what I'm going to do in today's video. So for today, I think my goal will be to maybe get ourselves some rice planted on our farm. So if I remember correctly, each rice box costs 2,000 coins, so we are going to need at least 200 coins to plant rice on our first plot. And what we might do is we might have rice on one of our plots and corn on the other one, because I think, if the price for rice is bad, for example, then instead we can just, farm our corn, and we don't really have much else to do right now, because obviously once we get into having animals and all that sort of thing, then there's going to be a lot more to be doing on our farm. But for now, since we've got spare time on our hands, we might as well just be doing some extra, farming. So here we go. Our farm is nearly now cultivated. There we go. Our farm has now been cultivated. So now that that's done, we're just going to have a look at the prices again. And it's 10. Okay, I think the prices have changed, right, because I think rice was lower earlier, I can't remember. But I have a feeling it might have changed, might have not as well. Might just be hallucinating that, but that doesn't matter. Anyway, we're going to sell it. Where's my trailer? There it is. I thought I lost my trailer in there. Okay, here we go. Corn is still 10, that's okay, that's not a problem. We can sell our 100 corn, that's for... How much will that sell for? Let's see. 1,050. Okay, there we go. Right, now we're just gonna buy ourselves 2 more corn boxes. There they are. Okay, very nice. Right, let's put that in our trailer. And I'm just gonna get back to our farm, and I'll be right back with you when I'm back. Okay, here we are back on our farm. Now I'm just gonna pick up my seeder. We're gonna plant it, and we're gonna begin planting possibly our last lot of corn, because I have a feeling if I can sell this corn that I'm planting now, if I can sell it for a good price, so if I can sell it for about 1,000, that should bring me up to about 2,000. So by then we might be able to get our first lot of rice, which would be super good if that works out. Yeah, I'm going to try and do that now, hopefully, once our corn grows. And I also want to have a look at what upgrades to our farm, apart from the rice obviously, we might be wanting to make soon. So here we go, here's our corn. Alright, so what I was thinking, as I said in the last episode, was thinking about getting a silo eventually. Especially as if I'm planting on 2 different crops at once on my farm, it would really be worth getting a silo. So there we go. Now that our corn is nearly planted, there we go, just one more now. Nice. I'm just gonna do the usual drill of respawning all my equipment back into my garage. There we are, that's all of it nearly. Right, I might respawn my trailer as well, because why not? Right, now I want to have a look at how much a silo costs again. So a silo costs 1.5k. I can't afford it just yet, and even if I could, I don't think I would want to use one now, if that makes sense. Because I just think that we need to. I mean, currently we have enough space in our harvester, in our trailer, just for storing things in there for now. Technically, we also don't need our garage, so we could sell it for about 300 coins, I think. Just have a look. Yeah, 300 coins. But just for the purpose of roleplay, in a way, you know, I think it is better to keep our garage. As is because I also like the having things in there. It makes my farm look neater, maybe even provides a better experience to you guys watching. So I'm just gonna finish with this corn. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna wait for this corn to finish growing, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, as you can see, some of our corn has now started to grow. It's raining as well. Raining really helps, by the way, with crops in this game. Now, you do have the ability, I'll show you in a second once I get off this rock, there we go. There is an ability to click on that there, and you can make it rain for 70 Robux. Now, what rain is really, really useful in this game, because what it does is it helps you when it comes to your crops growing, and I know it does drastically. Increase your crops grow time, which is really, really good, especially for the crops later on, which take a lot longer to grow. Like I know rice with level 1 equipment, because I'm not going to bother with level 2 equipment at all on this farm. With level 1 equipment, rice takes about 8 minutes to grow, so that is going to be, you know, taking up a lot longer of our time, which is what I think is going to be a good idea to be farming corn as well as rice on our second plot. So obviously one of these plots will have corn and the other will have rice, you know, like I already said. But we're going to see how all that works out. Currently we've got 100 corn, almost anyway. There we go, 96. Just one more rotation. Here we are. Nice. Right, I'm just going to have a look at the crop sell time in just a second. But I think it's not very good currently, unfortunately. Let's fill up my trailer. That's my trailer filled up. Okay, let's get back to my tractor for now. Okay, Shift P, and that's 9. So no, I'm not going to sell my corn just yet. What I am going to do is I'm going to get my trailer, and I'm just going to park it up next to... No, actually, no, there's no point doing that. Instead, what I'll do now is I'll just plow and cultivate my field. So yeah, I think our main goals for this video, like I already said, I want to get rice and maybe even a little silo towards the end, if we have enough time and we have enough money. So yeah, I don't want to make this video too long like the last one. I think the last one was a little bit too long. It was half an hour. So maybe if we can, I'll try to get this one down to about 25 minutes or so. Obviously, I don't really mind if it goes up to half an hour. That's not really a problem. But yeah, here we go. Let's just plow our fields. So I'm just gonna finish plowing this field, I suppose, and maybe also cultivating it. So yeah, once I'm done that, I'll get right back to you. There we go. Right, as I was cultivating and plowing my field, I was just thinking about what game we should play next on the channel. So I was thinking about Polish car driving, because I think we could start a new series there as well. Like, you know, something like starting on a new account maybe and building our way up, seeing how far we can get. If we can maybe get to 1 million or something, that'd be really, really nice if we could have a series like that. But for the time being, I'm just going to have to wait for our corn price to change. So I'm just going to drive over here and we're just going to wait for the price to change. And once that's done, I'll get right back to you. As you can see, okay, as you can see, the price has just now changed, but it's still 9. So unfortunately, I think I'm just going to have to sell it for that price. There's nothing else I can do. I mean, I need them in desperately. So here we go. That brings us to 2,100. So yes, that does now mean that we can afford our very first rice box. However, we cannot afford a corn box. Unfortunately, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a wheat box. Yep, simple as that. 2,100 for all of this. Rye costs 2,000, as you can see on this board, and wheat seeds cost 100. So that's unfortunately the best we could do. I couldn't even attempt to get corn because I was quite a long way off from that, unfortunately, financially, just because the corn price didn't go up at all when the prices changed. That's not a problem, we can persevere with that. So I think we're gonna get our, hang on, if I just attach my seeder, right, what are we gonna put in first? Ah, that's our wheat. Okay, or do I rather get our rice planted first because it does take longer to grow? But never mind, yeah, we're just gonna pop our wheat onto our plots like so. And yeah, if you haven't already, if you're enjoying this video so far, please like, comment and subscribe. And yeah, I hope you have a good time watching the rest of this video. Okay, right, let's just finish getting this wheat planted. Nice. Just a little bit more. Just okay. Right, and now that's all of our wheat planted. Right, let's go fill up our seeder. Wow, there we go. Right, let's just plant all this rice, and once I'm finished with that, I'll get right back to you guys. Okay, our rice has been planted, as you can see. Our wheat has already started to grow, which is absolutely crazy. That's okay. Right, let's respawn our seeder. Let's get into a harvester, and let's get on with harvesting all of our wheat. Okay, that is all of our wheat sorted now. So we're just going to dump that into our trailer, and I reckon whilst that's going, I don't want to sell it just yet. So what I'll do for now is I'll just go back into our tractor, and we're gonna begin ploughing our field. Now, as you can see, rice is taking a little longer than corn was, and wheat was, and any of that. So I think it was a good idea to just get one rice box for now, and just plant other crops on our farm as well. Now I could afford just another box of wheat in a second. However, I'm not going to do that just yet, because for now I just want to plough this field right here. There we go. Let's just get that done. And hopefully in the next video we might be getting into some animals, which would be absolutely nice to see. Now I will show you in a minute how animals in this game work, although I did briefly mention it last episode. I do want to mention it again. Obviously, when it comes to that, well, first, before we get into that, let's just cultivate our fields. But yeah, how that works is for the chickens, your pen doesn't have to be too big. Maybe there you go, like a 3x5. Hang on, there we go. Like a 3x5 would be absolutely fine for the start. On top of that, you might want to get something like a chicken feeder for 1,000, which only costs about 1,000. That's really not a problem. And then you also need to get a chicken coop for about 4 chickens. Now this chicken coop I'm pretty sure can hold 4 chickens, which is quite a lot for beginner players like I am right now on this farm. And then we have to get our chickens as well, obviously. They're either 1,000 or 1,500. It's either one of those numbers, but I'm not sure which one it is, if I'm being totally fair with you. So I'm just going to get our wheat and I'll sell it, and I will get right back to you once that's done. Okay, as you can see, we have sold our wheat, and I managed to purchase myself a lovely corn box as well, as you can see in my hands now. So, whilst we're waiting for our rice to grow, we don't have to worry about wheat anymore. We can jump right back into corn. So, our rice is about halfway done. So that was probably about, like a good 3-4 minutes there since I planted it, as I can see just by looking at the time right now. And once we, sorry, what was I going to say? And once we get up on it, look how smooth this is going, by the way. Our progress since yesterday, since last video, has been absolutely huge. I mean, also if you'd like to see me go into my main and just show you how my main farm looks, do let me know, because I'd be very happy to do that. I don't mind doing that. I could do a tour video, like maybe a special video for 50 or 100 subscribers. I'll decide on that one later. We could do a special tour video of my main farm, which I think would be quite fun, if you guys would enjoy that. Okay, why can't I see this little marker on my cornfield? What's wrong? What's up with my fields? Come on. Hello? Okay, that's very strange. Never mind that. Yeah, so I was going to show you how animals work. So I'm just going to quickly drive over to the animal store and I'll get right back to you once I get there. Okay, as you can see, we're now at the animal store. We have our egg sale value over here, which is currently at 500. Now egg boxes are made up of 12 eggs, I'm pretty sure, and you can sell them usually for around a good price of 650, maybe up to 700. Obviously, then we have milk as well, but milk is a lot further into the game once we get some cows. But just to quickly show you, we have some chickens here. So yeah, there we go. Right, so how much is it per chicken then? Oh, there you go. Like I said, it is 1,500 a chicken. So yeah, you can fit 4 of these into the chicken coop. So that's 6k to fill your chicken coop. Later on, we'll set count. These are a lot more expensive, as you can see, 4,500. Yeah, and we also need to buy a barn then, which costs 4,000, I'm pretty sure. So that money there is, as you can see, quite a lot of money. Also, obviously, that thing there, you can see that is animal food, which we also obviously have to buy for animals in order to fill their feeders. But what we're going to do for now is we're just going to get back to our farm. Yeah, just going to reset our character. It's quite simple as that. Let's just respawn our tractor very quickly. Here we are. Right, our corn hasn't actually grown, so we're just going to get into our combine harvester, harvest our corn, because it's grown. Yeah, it's great having 100 slots. Alright, once I'm done with that, I'll be right back to you. Okay, you can see now we've harvested our corn, and the rice is super close now to being fully grown. So yeah, I'm just going to dump my corn into my trailer, and I might even go see if it's worth selling it now. Right, let's have a look. That's 10. Okay, rice is at a super good price right now as well, so we need to get that sold very quickly as well. But before we do that, we need to go sell our corn, obviously, because our trailer otherwise will be full, which we absolutely do not want. Okay, when we have our rice to sell, as you can see, the rice is now finishing to grow. So it's been a very good. Alright, yeah, let's sell our corn. See, now if we would have sold the silo, this wouldn't have been a problem because we could just dump our corn into our silo and then just get our rice straight away. Now, technically, I can sell using my harvester as well, but it will be a bit annoying driving over here with my harvester, which is super slow, as you probably would have been able to tell. So yeah, no, so we're not going to be doing that, but I think we're just going to harvest our rice. Here we are, and there's our rice, and we're just probably going to sell that if we can get that for the good price of 59, which is currently which is the current price essentially. Right, hopefully it doesn't drop by the time we get there. So here we are, we're just going to harvest our rice. Hopefully you can still get the price. Okay, I'll just finish this and I'll be right back with you. Okay, right, our rice is now fully harvested. Now I can still see the green on our leaderboard, so we have to be very quick to get there. Okay, into our trailer, here we go. Get into our tractor, and quick, let's be quick with the drive over here. Right, yeah, so like I was saying, in the next video, I'm hoping to get a new truck for us for 2,000 coins. I'm hoping to get that, and that would be absolutely brilliant if we could do that. Let's go. That's 3,631 coins for us there. So let's just see. I'm going to pick up another rice box and a corn box. I'm really starting to make some good profit here, as you can see. Right, the price has gone down right now, I think, hasn't it? Yeah, the price has gone down to 9 now for corn. So yeah, you can see that's 9, I think. Yeah, and now it's gone down to 51 now as well, from 59 or whatever it was for rice as well. So yeah, we literally just got the good price last second. But yeah, I think we've got a little bit of profit here, and I think we're going to be packing up for today. So if you enjoyed our second Farming and Friends video, please make sure you leave a comment, you like my video, and you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any more future videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.